How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Odell Beckham Jr. slapping a male police officer on the hind parts and now having a warrant out for his arrest. Now, this is not a sports channel, but I got to talk about what he did here because obviously there's some legal consequences that could be happening. And then I got to talk about Odell Beckham Jr. in general and this whole idea of the rules don't apply to me. I'll do whatever I want. Now, first and foremost, if you don't know who Odell Beckham Jr. is, I'll tell you. He is a wide receiver in the NFL for the Cleveland Browns. He was on the New York Giants previously, a very good football player, but he has a lot of off-the-field issues and some on-the-field issues. A lot of them revolve around trying to get attention, similar to what my man AB, Antonio Brown, is going through, but not quite to that extent. AB's not in the NFL anymore. Odell Beckham Jr. is very much still in the NFL, still out there making plays and getting money. Although he's in Cleveland now rather than New York, but different story, I digress. My whole point is that he is well known for being an attention grabber. The whole thing with the boat incident where he was on the yacht and then they came back and lost the game against the Green Bay Packers. That's a whole big thing in itself, but I won't go down that road today. All I got to do right now is just explain to you how Odell Beckham Jr., NFL wide receiver, is a big time attention grabber. Now, let's get to the whole butt slapping incident. Here's the setup. Odell Beckham Jr. went to LSU. He is an LSU alumni. Fast forward to today in 2020, they win the championship game. After the championship game, he goes into the locker room and is hanging out with the football players that just won. There's security in there. I'm not really sure exactly why they were inside the locker room. Maybe to make sure nobody from the outside came in, keep everybody safe or whatever. Apparently, there was a dispute over some of the players smoking celebratory cigars. Apparently, you can't do that. So one of the security guards is talking with a player, trying to see what he has or whatever. Odell's right there kind of behind him and then kind of randomly slaps him on the butt. And then the officer, of course, turns around and is like, "What are you doing?" And then Odell's like, get the gat, as in get the gun. Just trying to like taunt him, not literally saying get the gun and shoot me, just kind of some hip hop rap type saying. But he was kind of taunting him and kind of like joking. I don't know why he did that. Some people are saying, oh, he was just one of the boys back there slapping them on the butt. But at that particular point in time, there was no celebration going on. They're just kind of hanging out, talking, people on their phones. It's not like they just won, champagne bottles are popping, wine is flying everywhere. It's not that kind of party. The reason why he did that, in my humble opinion, is because the officer was kind of going through the guy's stuff or whatever, and he wanted to just get the officer off of him. I don't really know, but that kind of seems like the most likely case. Now, as a result of that, the video is posted on social media. It's kind of going viral right now. When the video hit social media, the officer says, okay, let's press charges. So now I think there's like a simple battery. First it was like sexual assault or something like that because he did get slapped on the butt. It doesn't matter if it's a male, female, whatever, because let's flip it. What if Odell Beckham Jr. did that to a female security guard? Would there be anybody talking about, oh, he was just one of the guys and it's no big deal? I don't think so. And what if the male officer did that to Odell Beckham Jr.? Would it be this whole thing about, oh, he's just one of the boys just hanging out? No, it wouldn't be. Oh, be professional. You're a security guard. How dare you, this, that, and the third. But it's okay when it's the other way around. When the civilian is not being professional to the security guard, that's fine. But when a security guard is not being professional to the civilian, then it's a problem. It doesn't make any sense. And of course, the whole gender thing, it doesn't make sense to me. Keep your hands to yourself, but we'll move on. There's now a warrant for his arrest. Now, could it be overkill? Maybe, but then again, maybe not. Remember that situation probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, fairly recently, where a reporter was at this run walk somewhere. It might have been in Georgia. I'm not really sure where it was, but she was on this bridge run walk. One of the runners on TV, as she's, broadcasting, comes up behind her and slaps her on the butt. That guy got arrested. There was also a case in the NHL where a hockey player, a white guy, grabbed the officer's butt, a male officer. Now, when they say grabbed, I don't know if they mean slap, like, football, basketball, whatever slap, or like, a grab. Regardless of what, he got arrested. Okay. You can't just go touching on people and stuff like that, especially when they're not part of your situation. If it's your friend or something like that, that's kind of how y'all play, or it's your significant other, that's a whole different story. But a security guard, a police officer, what are you thinking about? It doesn't make any sense for you to do that. You can't just do whatever you want to do, Odell Beckham Jr. There's certain rules in society that you got to abide by. And speaking of rules you must abide by, he also, before he went to the locker room, was handing out cash to the players on the team. Now, one thing about the NCAA is that you cannot accept cash gifts from people on the outside or anybody. That's just against the rules. What can happen is the person that accepts the money can have their eligibility revoked or altered. In layman's terms, you could be kicked out of school for getting money from a booster, which is what Odell Beckham Jr. is, because remember, he is an LSU alumni. So in the eyes of the NCAA and their board, he could be seen as somebody that represents the interests of LSU, being an alumni and having money given to LSU players after they win the big game. That makes him a booster. So you cannot get money from a booster. There have been plenty of guys that have gotten messed up like that. The 5'5", Jalen Rose, all these kind of guys. They had a championship stripped away from them. So you just can't do that. And Odell Beckham knows this. He is not a total moron. He's an attention seeker. Yes, 1,000%. Ain't no question about that. But he's not a total moron. If you're a total moron, it's hard for you to really make it in professional sports. If you just have raw, just natural talent, you may be able to last for a while, but that'll only take you so far. To have longevity, you got to be a little bit of a thinking person, but I digress. The point is that he knows better. And what lets me know that he knows better is because he contacted the NCAA to allow him to hand out some Beats headphones to the players of LSU before the game. So he knows what the rules are, but yet he gave out money to some of the players. Now, there was a story that came out that said the money was fake, but one of the players, matter of fact, it was Burrow, the quarterback who won the Heisman Trophy, a 23-year-old senior who's not going to be in the NCAA anymore because he played his last game. He's going to the NFL. He was on Barstool's, one of their podcasts, and he said that the money was real. Now, could it be that he gave out real money to the players that were going to go to the NFL and not come back to LSU, and fake money to those that were not going out for the draft? I don't know. I mean, I think one of the guys did not announce his draft eligibility until after that incident happened. And I think another guy might still be in the league and, he's not going to the NFL at all. So I don't know. It's going to be kind of rough for them. They could be kicked out of school for that if they didn't give the money back to them, which is going to be kind of hard because you're right there in the football field. How you just going to give it back on live TV? It looks kind of weird. So this is not a good thing. But to get to Odell Beckham Jr. as I close, you can't do whatever you want to do, man. There's certain rules in society. Now, you may think that the whole thing of NCAA being an amateur sport is BS. Okay, that's fine. You can have that point of view, but you can't just violate the rules while the rules still stand. If you want to have the rules be changed, figure out a way to lobby and get that done. And then when the rules change, you can do whatever you want. Give out your Beats headphones. It's no contact in the NCAA. Give away all your money. Become MC Hammer. Become broke, giving away all your money to all the college players you want to once the rules change. But once the rules are still there, you got to abide by those rules. The runner in Georgia or whatever it was cannot slap the lady on the butt. He's getting arrested. The NHL player cannot slap the male officer on the butt. He's getting arrested. You may see the same fate. Now, is he going to get locked up? I doubt it. But I think that there should be some kind of fine or something to let you know that you can't do whatever you want to do, especially when you got women involved and people that aren't even part of whatever you got going on. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? Do you think that it's appropriate to arrest Odell Beckham Jr. for the whole butt slapping incident? If that's your viewpoint, let me know why in the comments below. Or is it inappropriate? If it's inappropriate, please let me know why in the comments below. And if it's inappropriate, would it also be inappropriate to arrest him if the officer were female? Huh? Or if the officer did it to Odell Beckham, would it be appropriate to fire the security officer or arrest him? I mean, my thing is, it shouldn't matter who the perpetrator is of a particular offense. If you got two adults, that's all that really should matter. Unless we're going to have gender-based laws, then at that point, this whole idea of quote-unquote equality, it goes out the window. Let's not pretend like we're all equal here if we're going to have laws that apply to people differently. That's just kind of how that goes. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.